Ravender is going to be first up as a Beast Mastery Hunter. Going to be a Rain first up. Big Kyrian Burst coming out. This is going to be popping off wings immediately. Popping off the defensive shrink and seeing how that works out. Ravender does have the full line of sight. Rain is taking a bit of damage as they actually get blasted. Whoa, well, that Kyrian Burst on a BM actually kind of slaps. Ravender is having to wait a little bit longer before Reen can get himself around the pillar. It's going to need to go for a lot of self-healing. Stun around the corner. No trick about Reen. Might be in big trouble, and looks like Ravender is going to be able to hunt them down. Sniping them out. Kill shots, kill commands back to back. And Iken is going to be up next. Got himself full camo ready to go. Flare down on the ground. Ravender is getting hit with a trap. Actually, it's trying to set up a little bit of that void of movement for away from the traps that Iken just like we saw. The traps up and right. Did they actually shoot him? Wait. Oh, he body shot him. That's what he just shot a random body shot. Look like he shot right at Kin. I wasn't sure exactly what happened, but that's going to be Ravender trying to see if he can get away from Kin. Is going to be going for the sippy cup really early on as Kin got himself aspect of the eagle, trying to get the most damage in there. Going to be traps waiting for one or the other. Kin get a hit with a freezing trap. Is going to check out of it as Ravender in full defensive stance. That is going to be Turtle. Is going to be the Earth Pads getting trapped up. Going to be a Chimeric Poison they're rolling, and Kin is not able to get himself a killing heal. Going to be big kill shots though out of the Survival Hunter, just blasting Ravender, just getting those big old spiky burst kill shots on him. There's going to be another flayed shot getting set up. Kin getting hit with a stun as Ravender looking to back up out of there, letting the pets do some work, letting the pet do some damage. Is it just one pet or two? Is it two scorpions or just one scorpion? I think Ravender might be playing the scorpion execute build, or maybe playing... Oh, wait, whoa, the pet is actually dead. Ravender might be in trouble. Trying to go for revive pet. It's going to be quick revive pet, but the door shot is for Kin. It's going to create some CC opportunity. Trying to throw down traps. It's going to be steel trap on the main scorpion pet. I think Ravender might have a pet with an execute. Every time they use a kill shot when the enemy is low, the kill shot does more, or kill command does more damage. It looks like maybe two of them. So it is two scorpions, or maybe it's a... I can't tell if they're running double pet or if it's a dire beast that just gets randomly summoned, and it just looks like the same scorpion. It looks like there was two, and it's just so difficult to tell. Well, when they kind of fuse together, they look interesting because they're literally in each other's models. Flare down. Kin looking to get some damage into Ravender. Binding shot around the corner. I think it was Ravender's binding shot, and Kin looks like he's gonna get bound, but he doesn't let his side. Ravender could be in big trouble. One kill shot away. Does get himself a heal, and the stun onto Kin. His needs to turn this around somehow. You see maybe the Kyrian Burst get some line of sight, and then take down Kin. Gonna be real low for the both of them. Ravender so low, and Kin does end up busting out the the crossbow, spike him down with a kill shot. The bolt goes through the chest and does take him down, with Pedra going to be up next as a fire mage. As Kin trying to get himself as much recovery as possible. The longer he waits, the better coolness he's going to have. Is going to get that flayed shot rolling into Pendrake. Could get some dots in. Going to be those kill shots for free. Fire Blast coming down for Pendrake. Just letting some damage fly. It's going to be Phoenix Flame too. Now Phoenix Flame is going to let the master spread onto the pet. So if Kin is not careful, the pet could burn eventually over time to that master. Pendrake with a quick breath doesn't go for the Ring of Frost. It looked like he waited for a bit as if he's trying to set up a Ring of Frost. Instead went for a Nova. Chimeric Poison is going to slow him down and silence him with the stun on top. We're going to be a trick for Pendrake, and I believe even though he can't get himself out of a silence, he is going to get the Chimeric that reduces the damage and the healing that he does for a short amount of time. Kin though is still getting blasted out by Fire Blast, Pyro Blast, and so quite a bit of masters stacking up. That's going to be constant damage, constant pressure on our Pendrake as long as he has line of sight. Kin is going to have to go for some sort of self-heal. While he has Mastery of Burning on him, he's not going to be able to go for Mending Bandage. Steel Trap onto Pendrake is going to try to go for a Blink around, or the Shimmer around the corner. Breath onto Kin. But he doesn't go for Ring of Frost again. I'm not really sure what he's trying to wait for. It looks like he's trying to wait for a Ring of Frost, but he just doesn't complete it. Fire Blast and Pyro Blast coming out, still holding on to the combustion in case he needs to. Maybe he's just trying to use the least amount of cooldowns versus Kin in order to end up taking him out. That's going to be Flake and Strike by Kin to get the exit. Pendrake is going to go for a Trinket as the Polymorph comes out. Pendrake kind of low in health, is going to get stung. Feign death for Kin for a second, and Pendrake has himself the smallest shield possible. I actually wonder what kind of a legendary this man's running. If he's not running the triple shield legendary, so maybe like a big competitive, big bursty leg, he's trying to maybe make a one-shot happen versus Kin. Hit him with the breath. Is going to get the Ring of Frost. Almost landing it. Kin is going to stuck in the Ring of Frost. Door Shadows onto Penchek. He knows he can get CC'd. He's going to interrupt him though. And that's going to be Kin not getting frozen until he has to get out of the disengagement as he's trying to find some cover. Feign death for a second. Does he get a camo stone onto Penchek? Does have a normal blink for it. It's a freezing trap. Penchek trinkets out of it. Kin barely surviving the steel trap. Waiting for Penchek. Is going to soul shape out of there immediately. He does need one more fire blast. That Kin at no health at all. Are you still alive? Acceleration in the last second is back up and available. Battle Master Trick I think on top of it as well. So he does get himself a little bit of survivability. Shortest freezing trap ever with Pendrake, and Kin still somehow alive, somehow still surviving. He's really adding survival into survival hunter at the moment. Manic bandages before the Pyroblast connect. I don't know if Kin has anything left at all. Trying to go aggressive. He does have a master burning on him. Feign death for a second. Trying to go for a camo, but his pet's still burning, so the pet is going to get him out of that camo. Pendrake just needs a global or two. One more Pyroblast. Is this going to be enough? Is this it? Is this going to be the hit? No, apparently it's not. As Pendrake gets hit with a steel trap, Fire Blast finally gets him. Took him a little bit of time, but he finally was able to connect and able to get it done. Man, Nasty is going to be up next as the Elemental Shaman, going for the big Earth Elemental stun onto Pendrake, who does go for a blink, but that's going to be light and lesser to meet him right afterwards. Quick breath onto Nasty as a polymorph is going to be up. Pendrake is going to have to go for a big old setup. Going to be a G-Pie. Nasty could shrink it out if he wanted to, but he's not going to go for it. He did have himself a full flash cut to absorb a lot of the damage. Going to be Pendrake taking out the grounding totem very quickly. Nasty might be in trouble as Pendrake got himself full combustion. Trying to go for a breath of Nasty. Trying not to get interrupted, I think, on fire. That's why he hasn't been actually, I'm not surprised he didn't go for a bunch of fire blasts during that combustion. Maybe it was completely out of procs. Going to be a full lasso onto the mage. He could blink out of it if he wants to. He's going to blink out of it the last second, I think, to make sure to refresh that shield in order to keep himself as healthy as possible. And Nasty getting a bunch of lava bursts in, able to blast through the shield. Needs to do more purges in order to get rid of that shield. Trying to go for Spirit Walker's Grace with the wall in order to get himself a bit of recovery. Walking out of the Ring of Frost as best as they can. Going to be some more fireballs flying from Pendrake as they're trying to stay as aggressive as possible versus the Shaman. Nasty tried to set up another lava burst. Going to be the Ring of Frost. Catches him either way. And Pendrake should be able to go for a G-Pie. Nasty, low on health, is going to go for a trinket. Does he get the interrupt in the last second? Looks like he does get it at the very, very last moment. Going to be a grounding totem. Pendrake killing it very quickly. Fire Blast, Pyro Blast, Phoenix Flames. And Nasty has nothing real left unless he goes for a heal. Big Earth Shock onto Pendrake with a light to lasso, but it's going to be a blink to get him out of there. Nasty needs to go for a heal, but he knows he'll get interrupted if he does something wrong. Trying to go for a heal, getting interrupted immediately. And unless he goes in for a big old heal, maybe with a wall. I'm still not sure this man's got to use the wall with the Earth Elemental. But if he hasn't, that could be put him in trouble. Pendrake with us all the time. Silence, though, could be in trouble. Trinkets out of it. Going to be Ice Block with the Cauterize. Actually using his defenses a little bit awkwardly. Kind of use Ice Block and Cauterize and all that together. Is going to have that all the time to put him back at kind of full health. That's a lot of defensives used. Wait, does Pendrake Ice Block? It looks... Okay, actually, no, he didn't Ice Block. He still has Ice Block. That was just Cauterize. That will look like an Ice Block, but it was actually Demon Frost with that Froststorm's Fury Dragon Airstrike that froze him. That wasn't actual Ice Block. It looked like real Ice Block. I thought he just blew every defensive. But Demon Frost, trying to see if he can survive the combustion, is going to create some line of sight. That is going to be images on him, slowing down quite a bit. But at least he has something to hit to get some Death Strikes in to recover health. And Demon Frost is going to hit by the G-Pie Fireball. Combustions up, instant AMS, but instantly get burned right through it. Anti-magic shell for Demon Frost. He's trying to see if he can survive it. Let's see if a blind coming back up. He should have a blind coming up very soon, but he needs some healing. He needs some Death Strikes. He needs to summon the pet and sacrifice unless he hasn't done already. He definitely needs some kind of healing from Pendrake. He needs to go for a blind and get as many Death Strikes as possible. IBF in case Pendrake blinks over to him. Trying to see if he can get some resources, but at this point, Pendrake just said he needs a few more globals and he's good. Babolos is going to be up next. Babalos. I kind of like that name. Going to be a Skull Bash on the Pendrake. Not sure exactly what interrupted, but all time is up for Pendrake to get himself held back up. Babalos going for full dots, getting those Moonfire spam in there. Got him some Berserks, so he should be able to get himself a lot of resources back to back on the Pendrake. Full mirror images are up for Pendrake to give himself a little bit of defense. Quick roar by the Feral. And Pendrake actually has about 3 minutes left on his Cauterize. Has an Ice Block ready in case he needs it. No more trinket of Babalos. I'm not sure exactly what he trinketed earlier. But now he set himself up in a situation where Pendrake could maybe get a victory out of this one. G-Pie into a Fire Blast. Gonna be a Babalos going in for a Bark Skin. Pendrake could be in a bad spot. Will have to watch out for himself. Might need to Ice Bucket is gonna go for the block. looking for that health recovery, as Babalos is gonna go for a bit of a reset. And Loa, Baba is gonna go for a full wall. Benjik is not in a good spot right now. Ultra time is up. Is gonna be able to come back to a very, very low health number. He has images back up, so you might be able to use that. Definitely gonna need images or something. He has no health at all. I think it might be over. He does get himself a shield last second, trying to go for a combust, but Baba just kept pressure. And at this point, Benjik, when he got for a breath, if he didn't pop a ring there, I feel like that's all he could really do. He needs to go for breath, ring, and just go for the damage as early as possible. Wild Imp is going to be up next. Going to be immediate root by Baba just to separate away from him so he can go for a bit of a reset. Let's see if the Feral can fight the rest of the team. We got Wild Imp, we got ourselves our Rapideeps, we got ourselves also Chicago as well. That's quite a lot of boys to fight through. Baba going in for full bleeds onto Wild Imp. Going to be a stun by another Felguard. That's going to be a full Tyrant up and running. Baba should be in trouble here. He should be careful. The Tyrant for some reason stopped casting for a second. It's going to be a wall as Baba tried to get some land aside. The Tyrant got a couple of good slaps in there. And the pets are surrounding him. At least he got himself a bit of a healing recovery while he's in bear form. He could always go for Friends of Regen if he is playing Friends of Regen, which I think he is since he's playing Roar. He's going to go a quick roar into Wild Imp. Going to be yet another stun trick inside of it immediately with a bash on Wild Imp. Trying to go for Cyclone. Does he get another interrupt? He doesn't. And Baba is going to have to go for a bit of reset. He just used Flesh Cut earlier. So all he can really do is go for regrowths as we hit in the 14-minute mark. Duel, though, the 54% dampening is going to make it harder for you to catch up. Shadow Fear around the corner doesn't quite connect, so Bob is able to recover Ferns in region while in bear form. Gives him one more big heal until we hit that 60% dampener. Bashes the Wild Imp. Dark Pact is up immediately, just so he can have as much absorbs to cover for himself. Couple demon bolts with the fear to follow. Baba popping off cooldowns. Full Tyrant is up and running. Wild Imp trying to set him more pets. Does Baba have another heal? If he has one more heal, he might be okay. Friends of region maybe. Trying to Flesh Cut, gonna be a port. Wild Imp with an interrupt. Trying to go, I think, with a Mortal Coil too. I don't know if that Mortal Coil did anything, but Baba does go down as Wild Imp just lets the pets just do work. That was rough at the end. You have Pendrake actually got 3 kills. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all, dude. All right, let's get another one up and running, boys. Yeah.